first thing I do is I put the Breath of Fresh Air toner water from Lush onto one of my reusable makeup rounds, and then I use that to just brush over my face. I do that just to kind of help cleanse my face and get any dirt off, especially since it's been, I'm getting ready halfway through the day, so I just want to make sure that any dirt or anything that's on my face, even after I've washed it, comes off. And then after that, I put on the Enchanted Eye Cream from Lush. You need very, very little. I don't even push the spray part down all the way. I just, push it very, very slightly, get a tiny, tiny little bit of cream, maybe enough for the, like the size of the head of a Q-tip. And then I mix that, rub that together, and I use that for both of my eyes. And I do that because it helps with any redness that I have or any bags under my eyes. And it helps just to take that away. Then next, I use the Imperilis Facial Moisturizer, also from Lush. I really, really like this cream. You don't need a lot. I just dab my finger in, maybe get a nickel to quarter size amount, and that's enough to do my entire face and neck. And I really, really like it. It has cocoa butter and tiger lily, and it's not greasy at all, and it really, really spreads evenly and smoothly onto my face. Next item that I use is from Smashbox. It's the Photo Finish Color Correcting Primer, and I like this because I have some freckles over my bridge of my nose and my cheeks, and also I have some redness around my nose, and the color corrector in this red really helps to even all of that out. So I just kind of work that into those spots primarily, and then all over my face, just to make sure that the color is even. And then next, for my foundation, I use a Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation, and it is number 1.1. When I put this on, I just do a couple squirts onto my hand, onto the back of my hand, and then I use a stippling brush, and I get the foundation off of my hand with a stippling brush, and then I just kind of stipple and dab across my face and my neck, making sure to blend in on my hairline and blend my jaw line and my neck together. I like the stippling just because I kind of feel like it prevents any cakiness, and it prevents any unevenness as well. And then after I've put the foundation on with the stippling brush, I then use a sponge, a makeup sponge. I just got this. This is a Sephora brand's makeup sponge, and what I do is I use the larger side, and I just use that again to stipple, but this just helps me get into like smaller areas, like around my nostrils and around, the corners of my eye, just once again, just to make sure that there's nothing caked on and that everything is even, and just, ensure consistency. And then after I do all that, I use the Makeup Forever Professional HD High Definition Powder, and this is a setting powder. And so for this, basically all I need to do is with the lid on, I tip the jar over, and then I unscrew it, and there will be a small amount of white powder on the lid, and then I just use that with a big fluffy brush and just guide it over my face, and that just helps to ensure that the foundation is set and will stay, and it just gives it a longer lasting life. Next, I'm going to do my highlighting cream. Right now I am using the High Beam by Benefit. It is a liquid highlighter, and so first what I do is I just, kind of make a fish face, or a duck face, and then I put it around the tops of my cheekbones to highlight those. I take the small part of the Sephora sponge, and I once again dab and stipple that in, blending it, trying to make sure that everything is even and not cakey. Then from there, I put the highlighting cream on onto my chin to kind of help my chin be more pronounced, because I do have a smaller chin, and also on the top part of my upper lip just to kind of help my lip plump out a little bit more. And then I stipple and blend those in as well. And then I go and do the top of my forehead, and I do a straight line down the bridge of my nose, going straight, you know, almost to the very end. I stop maybe, you know, a couple millimeters away from the end, and then I just blend all that together. And what that is supposed to do is kind of just help reflect the light that is, you know, will be present outside or in the buildings, just to kind of help those areas stand out more and help with some contouring and highlighting. And then next I have my my bronzer, my contouring bronzer. It is from Tarte, and basically all I do is I just take my small blush brush and I put it on the brush, and then once again I do the fish face again, and I do bronzer from the point where my cheeks go in during the fish face all the way out to underneath my cheekbone, once again trying to highlight that cheekbone, kind of give the look of some more definition and angles to my face. I also do either side of my forehead where the highlighter ended, and kind of blend in with the highlighter, bring it down onto the side of my eye and blend that into the side of my cheek. And then I will also go around and blend right at my jawbone, kind of just make my jawbone more defined, and then blend a little bit into the neck. Once again, you know, you don't want to have a mask or anything, so just a lot of blending and just working the bronzer in, once again just trying to create shadows where there would normally be shadows, like a tan. I then take a very small, it's a blending brush for eyeshadow, and I use that underneath my bottom lip with the bronzer to help my lower lips stick out or be more pronounced, to give a more defined lower lip and kind of enhance my lips. And then I will also do bronzer on either side of the bridge of my nose next to where I have the highlighter, and that's just once again just making my nose more defined and sleek. I will connect those two parts of the bronzer at the tip of my nose, just once again just making the tip a little bit more a little smaller and more defined, and that is my bronzer. And then next, I want to use a little bit of blush. I use the Smashbox Blush Rush Chiffon. It's a really nice, light, pinkish red color. I really like it because you can build on it very, very easily. So I just get an angled blush brush, and I, you know, dab the color onto it, and then do a smile and get the apples of my cheeks, and then blend back towards my hairline, once again blending in with the highlighter and the bronzer. You want to make sure that you're blending all the time because you don't want three defined lines. And then I just do that on both sides just to give myself like a nice sun-kissed appearance. And then next, moving on to my eyes, the first thing I put on is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is the original. I squeeze a small amount on to my finger, rub my fingers together, and then just rub it directly onto my eyelids. I then go on to my eyeliner. I am using the Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes in black, and I use that. I pull the ends of my eyelid out just to kind of get a little tighter view and access to the parts of my eyelid that I want to put the liner onto. And I just do that from my tear ducts all the way back. I do a small little cat eye, nothing too big, just to kind of help define my eyes. Because black eyeliner makes your eyes smaller, I also use the Sephora brand eyeliner in white, and what I do there is I pull down the lower part of my eyelid, exposing the waterline of my eye, and what the white does is it just helps reflect the regular whites of my eyes and helps counteract the black eyeliner and helps keep my eyes. Then I move on to my eyeshadow, and for today I'm going to be using the Smashbox. It's a tri-color eyeshadow, so it gives you the highlighter and then the main eyeshadow and then the accent already. So I'm using the Smashbox. It's Photo Op Eyeshadow Trio, and the colors are Zoom, Oyster, and Royal. So basically what you do is you're going to get the lighter color, which for this would be Zoom, and you're going to put that right on your brow line underneath your brows just to kind of highlight the area. I also like to put it inside where my tear duct is, just to kind of make that part of the eye like pop out, and once again it helps to contour your nose. And then after that I put the Oyster, which is the green color, and I put that just on my eyelid, just dabbing it on and just making sure that it's blending into the highlighter. And then next I take a small eyeshadow brush and I get the Royal, this nice purple. I love these colors because they really make my green eyes stand out. And what I do is I like to make a little V on the outside of my eyes. I like to call it the outer V with the Royal, and then I blend in and blend over to the top part of my eye, just kind of filling in the purple so that it'll fade into the green. I then take a thicker eyeshadow blending brush and I just blend in the green and the purple together just to get a more like a smoother transition so there's no defined distinct lines. Then once the eyeshadow is on, I move on to my mascara, and I like to use two different mascaras. For the top, I use the Makeup Forever Smoky Extravagant eyeshadow. I really like this for the top because the wand is very, very thick and provides a very liberal amount of mascara onto your eyelashes. And what I do is I twist the wand as I'm moving up onto my eyelashes, and it really just helps put the eyeshadow or put the mascara on evenly and prevents any caking. Then next, for my lower eyelashes, I use the Yes They're Real by Benefit eyeshadow. I like this because the wand is a lot skinnier and it doesn't put on as much mascara, so it works really well for my lower eyelashes, so that way I don't get any clumping. Then I move on to my eyebrows, and first I use an eyebrow brush and I just kind of brush my eyebrows flat. And once I've brushed my eyebrows flat and made sure that they're all even, I then go and I like to do the pencil first and then powder, just because I think it makes for a more natural look. So first I use the Makeup Forever Professional eyebrow pencil. Number 1, it's their lightest because I have really light eyebrows and I don't want to make them too dark. So I just go and I brush those on very, very short, fine strokes just to kind of mimic hair. The hair of my eyebrows, just to fill them in. And then once that is done, I use the Brows by Benefit pack, and it comes with two different colors, a dark and a light, and I just prefer to use the light color. So I just take a very, very, very small eyebrow brush and just dab on the color and fill in any spots that don't look like they have any hair, just to kind of make the eyebrows seem fuller and more consistent in shape. When that is done, I will use the Sephora Transparent Brow Gel. And I just use a little bit of that just to kind of seal in the color and the brows, just to kind of keep them in place. And I just do just really, really short, quick brush strokes just to get it on. Then when all that is done, I use the Urban Decay All Nighter Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray, and I just do a couple quick spritzes onto my face just to kind of set all the makeup onto my face, which will give it a longer life. It doesn't necessarily make it last the entire night, but it will last the majority of the night, and just make sure that everything stays where I put it. And then that is the end of my makeup routine for like a date night or my anniversary like today. And I hope you all enjoyed it.